Alive.
Welcome back, everybody. This will mark episode 12 of our GURPS Action game.
Wow.
I know, right? I think I've officially run more of Cons Ops than Mark did.
Quality
right.
over quantity.
I'm not debating that. All right. Well, before we get started or anything, was there any point expenditures that people wish to make? No, Mark was talking about CQB.
I can just bring up GCA right now to make those changes.
Yeah, for some stupid reason, GCA just does not like to cooperate when I'm doing fantasy grounds anymore.
Trying to remember what we rolled other than combat stuff. I think you had us make an intelligence analysis at one point. So I'll raise that.
Well, we use that a lot, really,
True.
in some form or another.
I did put a point into that gun stick or gun shtick twirl.
Right.
Right.
All right. Well, are you still looking, Mark, or do you need time? What?
Nope, that's fine. I should be good to go. I'm just going to make the adjustment here.
All
And
right.
it's
Well,
a 2-point cost because it's a technical skill.
do you not have it?
For some reason, I made a change to my display settings, and my GCA is on a display I don't see. So I'm trying to get where the window is not visible. I'm like, and I can't drag it anywhere.
You shouldn't do that.
Yep.
Okay. So you don't have the skill to begin with. Yeah, I think that is 2 points to start, and then it's like 1 point after to whatever the max is. Don't quote me on that. At any rate, so last week we were introduced to Grayson Brooks, SIS agent, who was on an undercover operation to infiltrate the criminal organization of one Vladimir Medvedev. In Dubai, at the Burj Al Arab, Vladimir met with a man that he addressed as Rene Delacroix, for whom he's been doing some things that were less than legal. And then the Cons Ops strike team, consisting of Lynch, Mahoney, and Baum, conducted a alpha hit. Not alpha hit. Strike Team Alpha conducted a hit. Delacroix, whom the Cons Ops guys know as Braggy, did manage to escape, but his bodyguard and the former Cons Ops team member himself, Mackenzie Riley, was captured after he got grazed in the head and knocked out. In the wake of Braggy's escape, Mahoney discovered a discarded latex mask straight out of Mission Impossible. And then Brooks joined the team as they exfiltrated from the Burj with the critically injured Vladimir and the unconscious Riley, where they proceeded to a CIA safe house here in Dubai.
For the benefit of myself and those our listeners, how did the Alpha team get from the end of the mission prior to last week's to where they began at last week's?
There was a scene change. Come on, don't you watch like the Mission Impossible movies? They don't explain that.
Yeah, but it was pretty bleak. It ended pretty bleak, and then suddenly everyone is fully armored, weapons.
Well, a week did pass.
So, how did that go from?
I guess that would be
really
how
bad.
did it go? I guess that question is on us, not on the GM.
Yeah.
I would say we probably, after reaching some kind of safe house, worked our way through our contacts, reaching an arms dealer that Mahoney knew to get armament. We were given the contacted. Oh my goodness, what's his name? The hacker guy, McKay, and worked with him to track down the meeting with Delacroix. And then we kind of put together a plan to strike the hotel when they were going to meet, rappelling from one of the rooms above, planting a charge on the window, just prior to our entry, blowing the window, and bam. Is that what you're looking for?
The information about the meeting that was given to the team by McKay and stuff.
Yeah, because if you recall, I did establish at the end of the previous one that when he was trying to walk the PCs through getting their the IQ phone thing repaired, that's when you discovered that the SIM card had been swapped out, the blank one, and that allowed McKay to identify roughly or start trying to do some eavesdropping himself. So he was the guy who managed to go, oh yeah, hey, we've got this intel.
And it was meant as a hit on Delacroix.
Right, we were hitting Delacroix.
Alas, it wasn't a whole success. He did manage to sneak away.
As they do.
We were trying to capture him, not kill him. Right?
Yeah. But as it turns out, apparently it wasn't him after all. Maybe that guy doesn't even exist.
He's the Dread Pirate Roberts.
It's a bunch of different people that are just running around swapping his face on.
I want the face today. You had it yesterday.
Oh. Hey, I have an idea. Let's both do it. That'll screw everybody up. All right. So, yes. So you guys have relocated to a safe house in Dubai, where Lynch was able to call in some doctory types because Vladimir had passed the first death check threshold. He did make the check, but he's still pretty unconscious.
Mine was a freak fishing accident.
Could probably say that he's mortally wounded, so he has to make rolls every, was it half hour or hour? Until he gets a surgeon.
That's already covered.
Vladimir, yeah, that is if you fail it by 1, I think it is, the death check.
By 1 or 2.
Right. Yeah, so he did actually make the check. So he didn't straight up die, but that just meant he wasn't going to be coming conscious for until he got medical treatment. Riley
Speaking-
has not gotten to a death check threshold. Go ahead, Brian.
Speaking of which, I discovered a new thing of GURPS stuff that I hadn't known before in my face-to-face game. If you are below health and unconscious, if you're below, is it? I can't remember if it's below 0 or below negative hit points. You're unconscious for 12 hours. If you make a health roll and if you fail, you have to make a health roll to wake up. If you fail that health roll and don't wake up, then you are in a coma and considered like mortally wounded and going to die.
Yeah, we were just looking at that stuff in relation to Vladimir's situation.
Yeah, because I stumbled into an interesting aspect. Is he went unconscious? So he had 10 hit points. He went to negative 11 hit point, so that's a death check. However, and he made the death check, but he failed the major wound, so he was clearly unconscious. So then I had actually noticed that thing about as well, where it's like you make the health check to see if you come conscious, and then I hadn't actually got to that point. But it occurred to me that even if someone bandaged him, and that's all you did, where it's like you get the 1 hit point back, that moves him out of the first death check threshold. So then I was starting to confuse myself. I'm like, okay, well, is he still kind of mortally wounded almost? Because he's no longer in the death check threshold, but he's already made the roll. So I'm like, whatever, it doesn't matter. He needs medical treatment to be woken up.
Yeah, well, it would have taken 12 hours. He would have been unconscious for 12 hours. You'd make a health roll. If you failed that health roll, he would wake up. Oh, sorry, if you made that health roll, he'd wake up. If you failed it, he would shift into effectively mortally wounded.
Well, luckily, we got some medical treatment available.
Anyway, carry on.
Yep. In the process of this, as the various PCs ended up reaching out to their respective agencies for reasons, all of them were basically given kind of the same instructions, not exactly the same, but pretty much the same, where it's like you need to come in immediately for debrief. But the phrasing, the tenseness of the speakers when you interact with whoever they are, does sort of cause the hackles to go up a little bit.
You're in trouble.
And at the same time, Lynch learned that Taiz Yemen was the target of what appears to be a biological attack. And the U.S. government has quietly disavowed Consular Operations, as 2 of their agents have been identified as the parties responsible.
I totally look at Elon. Wasn't me.
Well, you guys haven't gone
Is
to
that you?
Taiz.
Oh, that's true.
That doesn't mean
Wasn't
it couldn't
us.
have been him. That doesn't mean
Wasn't
it couldn't
us.
have been him. He's sneaky.
That's true. Bomb does have like a 20 in stealth, so he could like disappear for a couple hours, and then you go, "Where were you at?" Nowhere. So from
So
what Lynch
stealthy,
had
they wouldn't
learned,
even
yeah,
know I was gone.
I know, right? They're like, "Hey, was he here?" He's hiding behind me again, isn't he? So yeah, so Lynch has learned that all the various agencies that have lent people to Consops have been either discreetly or not so discreetly pulling them in for quote debrief. Whether that means more than debrief, that's, well, who knows? All right, so what is the plan from here?
Okay, so we are currently at the safe house.
Yep.
What is the medical status of the injured right now?
It is, the GM hasn't actually rolled anything but has presumed that they are stabilized.
Did we do first aid for Mahoney?
And I think Grayson also needed it. Maybe Bomb.
I don't think Bomb was hit seriously.
I think he took
No,
some.
I took just a couple points.
Grayson
Blunt.
hasn't taken any damage.
My mistake, your fault.
So I got some nasty bruises, maybe a cracked rib.
He'll live.
Still, you'd still want like first aid for that.
Well, Mahoney's hand is all screwed up, so... And I think he got hit in
That's
a
more
couple
important.
other spots.
No, well, I think it was just the hand because it was going to be the knee, but then if you recall, I realized that I had failed to add the lighting penalty, so that hit didn't actually happen. And Mahoney rejoiced because that means he wasn't taken out of a fight again.
Again.
We need to start collecting data while the medical operation is going on, so check the news for the Thais situation.
Okay, so I believe surgery is required for Vlad, and that like takes an hour.
Yeah.
Riley was not. He was in the negatives, but he is not at the death check threshold, so he can just be
Serious
bandaged up.
condition?
Is that how they determine it? Serious is
Yeah, I think
negatives, but
it's-
not death check.
Yeah, I think he's
I think
serious.
critical
and
is-
He's critical.
Okay, well, let's see. Yeah, so the safe house is not going to necessarily be. It's probably just a warehouse that has been retrofitted. So yeah, the surgery is going to be interesting, but they know what they're doing. They've done this before.
Yeah, they probably got some plastic set up and got the little quarantine area. Semi-clean room. Yeah, so digging into the intel plus what we already have with Quinn's stuff, and we need to figure out what two Consular Operations operatives might have been involved in something like that. Anybody who's missing. It could have been Riley.
The timing would be really close. But yeah, it could be him.
Whatever he would have done, it would have been something he put in place and then left. But I don't know who else was missing, but we did at least have that other operation that he was involved in. Was it Arrakis Red Scorpion?
Yes, and
And
if
so,
you do, maybe you may have forgotten as well, is when I started, it did establish that Consops had undergone a pretty significant increase in manpower. So it wasn't just the one or two teams. There are a handful of teams out there.
but
Less so
Lynch,
now.
Lynch is going to suggest that you guys should probably ignore that call to go in. If you weren't already thinking it.
Grayson will ask, why is that?
Because you're probably not coming back out. They've disavowed Consops and they're going to lock everybody down.
Let's
Don't-
see. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't worry, being burned ain't that bad. I've already been burned.
Yeah, but you gotta remember I'm not Contops anymore.
Well, I know Mahoney's now. All right. Well, we need to figure out, do what we need to clear our names, because I do have a life. I wouldn't mind getting back to.
Look, I don't mind helping you guys. My priority at the moment is my mission, who's lying on that bed over there. So until I can get him back in circulation, I'm willing to help you guys as much as I can.
Fortunately, our missions overlap at the moment. I recommend the rest of us do the same. Finish the mission, then deal with the paperwork.
Yeah.
So, just off the cuff, call sign Loki was wanted for biochem research, so there's a high probability that he was involved with the Thais situation. Therefore, my expectation is that we're going to end up going there to find out what traces we can. But we need to gather more info first.
And apply first aid to Mahoney and probably Ilan.
Yeah, I guess now that we're back at the safe house and whatnot, Elon can take care of himself.
Yeah, I'll walk it off.
We have
Well,
medical staff around, right? So.
There are basically two agents at this particular warehouse. One of which is actually a physician-y type, and at the moment they are doing the surgery stuff for Vladimir, so they're not going to be immediately available to assist you. Once they see him, they'll have triaged the between the two and like, yeah, this guy is okay. The bullet didn't penetrate his head. He's just knocked out, and apparently you guys have him in handcuffs for some reason. This guy is in a bad way. We need to operate.
So with this level of equipment, That's how many
It
points?
is 1d, I believe. Yeah.
Yep, 1D.
So that's full.
Like, wrap your chest up with some bandages. Maybe rub some soothing balm on the bruises.
Bomb on
Take some
bomb.
Motrin.
You making
That's
a
right.
joke about my name?
I just said
I
bomb
might
on
be
bomb.
making a joke on your name. Yeah, if you were in the army, they would just give you a couple Motrin and tell you to, walk it off.
Putting bomb on bomb.
Drag your dingle dangle out of the dirt and tie it to your belt.
Anyway, Grayson is going to make a one-way sort of just a message drop or whatever, however he communicates with his chain of command, saying that the situation at present doesn't allow for him to come in right away. As soon as he's able to, he will.
I guess if you're a field op, you're going to have a handler somewhere.
Yeah, unless it's like straight up James Bond, where they just say, "Yeah, let's just set him loose and let him do whatever it is that he does." Where they like front towards enemy is tattooed on his chest.
Either way, he'll get a message back to his bosses that he can't come in right away because the situation doesn't allow it. But as soon as he can, he will.
Noted. They won't be happy, but that's okay. That's possibly better than, not contacting them at all. Or maybe it's worse.
Yeah, it's the nature of deep cover.
I'm sure there's plenty of situations where that sort of stuff happens. Can't come in. Yeah.
All right. Yes. Yeah. So you are trying to get intelligence. All right. So also, based off of the information that Grayson is aware of, based off of what he was listening to between who you guys are referring to as Braggy, and he was talking about or with talking with Vladimir. He is aware that Vlad had established some things or smuggled some things into Thais. So he would probably have a pretty good idea roughly where in the city that would be. Something else to take in or keep in mind is Yemen is still undergoing civil war like it is today. So Taiz is kind of a mess. There are no direct flights there. He is also aware that Vladimir was smuggling some people into Europe through the city of Riga, which is, I believe, the capital of Latvia, through an associate of his named Andrus Milik. Vlad was also relocating some material from other holding facilities in Europe at Bragi's behest to a facility in Berlin. The based off of the way he was talking to Braggy about that is not the final destination, but that was more of it's going to go here and then we're going to move it on elsewhere. And then finally, he was also awaiting an overdue shipment of material at another holding facility in Nur Sultan, Kazakhstan, which is also known as Astana. Lynch is attempting to get additional information on Thais, specifically what? How?
Just watch the news. Or hit the internet. Get some, just the basics. At least corroborate what we have.
The official story is that there is another massive outbreak of cholera that has infected Thais a couple years ago, back in I think it's 2018, 2017, something like that. There was just a super massive outbreak, of cholera that affected that city because of the ongoing civil war. And so the official story in this case is that it has resurfaced really, really badly. So the United Nations is working with the various forces in the area to contain it. But simply based on his additional info from what he had gotten earlier, he knows that that is not quite what at least what the CIA was presuming.
Did you guys ever get any response back on the samples you took from the airfield? That first part of the mission?
If they did, the PCs are not aware of it.
We never got any response.
Was that in Quinn's data at all?
No, it was because that happened really, really close to when Quinn was blown up. So it was more of a this is en route, but they don't know what the actual results were.
So they're still actually analyzing it.
They don't even know where it went at this point because it was handed off to other Consops personnel. So who knows? Maybe the PCs made it worse.
Worse?
Anything in
Better.
Anything in Loki's background that might suggest, like, if he had a favorite disease or something?
Let's see. That's actually a really good question. Why are you asking good questions?
It's my job.
Let's see. I'm not sure if you would have that information. But at the same time, I'm not sure you wouldn't. So
Well,
let's see. Let's have a die result determine that. What would that be? Well, I don't know.
First question is it relevant?
It could be.
Well, I thought there was something about encephalitis.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Man, you're causing me to do the Wayback Machine, because I think Mahoney. No, I'm trying to remember what that was. Give me a research roll for Lynch.
All right.
As he's poking around through the various stuffs that you have.
I am attempting to remember. If we had
It's under
some
R.
mods, I could use files and records. Okay, depending on the library, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, that doesn't really help. All right. Yeah, here. Well.
Okay. So the information that you do have for Loki is his real name, Mikhail Andrusha Breznikov. He is a bioweapons guy who is working for the State Research Center of Virology and Biotechnology, Vector, which is the Russian equivalent of the CDC in Kazakhstan. He was caught by the SVR for attempting to steal samples of encephalitis. So Mark is correct that you did have some of that, but he managed to escape through unknown means.
When the medical team there gets a break, might ask about encephalitis and its possible relation to cholera. I mean, granted, they could just say cholera and leave it at that, but who knows?
Yeah, it's well, I mean, honestly, you can jump onto like the interwebs and determine that. Yeah, they are pretty darn different. Encephalitis is what is it? Cholera is yeah. That's yes. Cholera makes you crap yourself to death, and encephalitis is an inflammation of the brain.
Correct.
Right, which is a better match for what was seen at the airport with the zombie person.
Yes. But considering that Thais already suffered through the cholera outbreak, it's not difficult to presume that that's just their cover story for the time being.
All right, well, going to need to dig a little deeper.
Yeah, so the outbreak of cholera began in Yemen in October 2016, and it went on as far as April 2019. What is okay? So Grayson is probably ducking out to do his dead drop during this time. What is Mahoney and or Baum doing in that time while Lynch is doing the crazy person with the research thing?
I will try to contact my two other Mossad agents who are Consops agents that we don't deal with, but we're aware of each other, and try to find out what's going on in their lives.
How are you guys?
Re being called in for debriefing or anything.
Okay.
They're both only 6 or less, so.
Well, you knew the Kana was.
Yeah, but she wasn't
Well,
ever. She wasn't actually Consops. She was just straight Mossad.
That's true.
So no on Amanda Griffin. And hell no on Kevin Howell.
Yes, it's frighteningly quiet on that front.
Unfortunate. That's all I got.
How about you there, Narrat Paul? Narrat Paul? We'll just call you Mahoney.
Yeah. All right. really probably just recovering from the hand wound. I mean, we're still trying to figure out where to go next. The closest is going to be, without having to do air travel and highlight ourselves, is going to be Yemen.
Yeah, well, if you're not doing
Probably
anything else, you can always
track down.
look over my shoulder and help me out with the research here.
Well, that's kind of what my
Yeah, we are going to have to find a place to enter Yemen from.
Probably Solala, not the one you were at. There's a, damn it, what is the name of the place?
Yeah, you're talking about Sana'a.
Sana'a, yeah.
Yeah, but that's in Yemen, therefore we can't fly to it.
You can possibly. I think Sana'a is actually relatively stable. Right now, the problem with Taiz is there are all sorts of different factions that are fighting over it.
So the no-fly is not over the entire country?
Not wholly. It's highly. It's one of those where it's like strongly recommended you don't go to it. Yeah, because Sana'a is the capital, I believe. Yeah. Largest city in Yemen. Actually, it might. Oh yeah, capital of the country. Unless you are President Abdrabbuh Mansur Hadi in March 2015, who declared Aden the temporary capital. So yeah, this place is a mess. Let's see. So I'm trying to double check. Yes. So. Actually, just looking at that, I'm not entirely sure I would dare to fly in there. As I look at with the Houthi insurgency is ongoing, and they have Saudi-led airstrikes. In late 2017, another battle of Sana'a broke out between the Houthis and forces loyal to former President Salah, who was killed. Civil wars. They're a blast, aren't they?
Fun for the whole family.
Yeah. So I had another question briefly. GURPS rules. How long is somebody unconscious if they're just knocked out from like, hey, I took a major wound and I failed by 5 or more?
If they're
No,
above 0,
basic.
it's only 15 minutes. If they're below 0, or if they're 0 or below, it's a health roll every hour to wake up.
Okay. All right. So it looks like within the hour, Riley will slowly regain consciousness. Granted, he's in a very bad physical condition at the moment. Because I do not know if you guys applied first aid to him as well.
Well, we wanted him alive, so we probably should have.
It looks like Mahoney wrapped something around his head.
This will keep your head from falling off.
Until
He's bleeding to death.
Until somebody shoots him.
Afterward, we can put the bullets back in.
That shouldn't make me laugh like it did.
You monster.
I know, right? Yeah, so he is going to recover consciousness.
Is that post medical attention?
For which one? For him? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be post. Within the he's gonna be recover, or he's gonna wake up within the hour of you guys basically exfiltrating with him. So I should have probably adjusted the time slightly. Screw it, it's fine.
Just reminding the players that Grayson, once all these people start waking up, Grayson's going to be playing the part of the bad guy, strapped in the chair, being interrogated by you guys.
Ah, yeah, good thing.
Just to maintain the cover.
Well, on the bright side, Vlad isn't going to be waking up for a really long time.
Oh, in another room, though. So we'll, slap the table and you'll go, ow! That kind of thing.
It might pay to have Grayson and Riley moved into a separate room tied to chairs. Beat up a little bit, ask some questions, and then Grayson can maybe try and coax some information out of him.
Yeah, even better idea.
Because as far as Riley's concerned, Grayson was working with Vlad. Or actually, I can't remember. Was there some recognition? There wasn't.
Yeah, there were. You suspect he was aware. He's like, I'm pretty certain I know who this person is.
In that case, it probably won't work.
I don't know. You're a super awesome actor. It could potentially work.
Yeah, and also he was.
You can always do the Hail Hydra thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth a try, I guess.
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea.
Well, however you guys want to handle it. I'll back your play if you want to have at 'em.
And Grayson made the request, when you punch him in the face and stuff, do it with an open fist, not a closed one. He wants to keep his teeth.
Eh.
We can get you more.
Whose teeth do you want?
I'd like to keep my own. I've grown kind of attached to my own teeth.
Always use an open fist if you don't want to break your knuckles.
Or just use somebody else's fist so you don't have to worry about it.
Or the palm heel of your hand. It's actually a lot safer.
Or a baseball bat.
Or a gun.
There you go. But yeah, that's potentially doable. Definitely not something I had thought about.
All right. Well, when the opportunity arises, Grayson's all good to give that a go.
We want to lead with that, or we want to just do a standard bit first?
Well, you've got Riley tied up to a surgical bed or something like that at the moment, don't you?
Probably a chair.
Something.
So after he wakes up, then move him into a room where he will see Grayson tied up.
Totally have Lynch do it because Riley doesn't know Lynch.
The only problem is Lynch was not part of the Vlad meeting.
No, I mean he's the guy that can move him in, move you into the room that he's in.
Oh yeah.
You keep if you're doing that, you keep Mahoney and Baum out of sight because when they came in through the window, they were completely concealed, facially.
Right.
So it could be who knows who it was.
Right, that makes sense. Well, but Baum was talking because Brooks recognized his voice, so Riley might have as well, although he might have
Riley
been
was
unconscious at the
that
time.
point. Yeah, because Riley didn't last very long in that fight.
Yeah, we focused him down pretty good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because when you took the armor off there, it's like you just saw all sorts of bruises on the chest there from when you guys went, "Hey, have some blunt trauma, buddy.
Okay, so
Have some more."
So the working plan at this point is to keep the Consops guys out of it. We beat up Brooks. We move him into a room where he can talk to Riley and see what he gets out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could lead with that. Maybe get to the rest later if that doesn't work out. I'm thinking we don't put them in the same room.
But yeah, just the two of them by themselves.
Right, yeah, separate. Just in an adjacent room or something with a vent or something they can actually talk through.
Well, it depends if we're tied up on the chair or something.
Well, the thing is, if we just put them in the same room together, I would be suspicious of that.
Like you're being listened to see what you'll say to each other.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Honestly, if somebody in the next cell started talking to me like that, I'd probably be suspicious of that too, but less so.
So if you're doing that, what you do is you have Grayson with the little something in his mouth to keep him from talking, and then once you leave, he's able to work it free.
Yeah, you could go with that if we had to. Guess it depends on the setup here, whether we've got an appropriate place for it. We'd go with either one, just depending.
Let's let him decide since he's the one who's got to do it. What do you think's going to work best? How do you want to do it?
Can we summarize that into a skill roll? Because obviously Grayson would know what's going to work best in this situation.
Does he have escape?
Who?
Grayson does, yes. Very good too.
Alright, so he could probably work a gag off. So that seems reasonable. We'll put him in the same one. Grayson will be legit tied up, but he can actually squeeze some stuff out there.
All right. So if we're going with that, Grayson's going to be tied up.
Yeah. Execute.
He will work his.
Oh, God.
He'll work his gag off, and then he's going to, as soon as Riley is awake or whatever, he's going to basically start sending insults at Riley, saying, what a piece of shit. Because it was Riley that shot his boss, if I recall.
That is correct.
And he just wants to gauge Riley's reaction at this point to that.
Okay, so you have body language? The first thing that you know, that Brooks really notes is that Riley is visibly disoriented. Like, he just doesn't seem to really know where he's at. You would almost think that he was drugged, but you guys haven't actually drugged him. And the body language, you're really good at reading body language, and his is really confusing because it seems to be waffling back and forth between different mindsets. Not it's not quite to the extent of someone with multiple personalities, but it is kind of close.
How is he reacting to the accusations that you're a piece of shit, you shot my boss?
If he doesn't look confused, he looks like he doesn't care, and then he looks confused again, and just glancing around with a very clear "where the hell am I" kind of expression. And he finally, he sort of looks at you, and you're speaking in Russian, right?
No, it was established that he was speaking a Russian accented English.
Right. Now I need to give me a second as I boot something up, which I should have already had open.
And there's an acting role just for Grayson to keep up the
Give that man
show.
an Oscar. I think he deserves an Oscar. You guys, you guys should knock out an Oscar really quickly.
If Grayson has a higher IQ than Riley, then he also gets +2.
Only just. Riley's actually pretty smart.
Having flashbacks to Team America. God damn it, man. Act.
Yeah, and he finally he sort of he looks at you, and there's like actually that hint of not hint, but that look of recognition that's there that you saw earlier, and you realize now that when he looked away last time, it was less that he was ignoring you as you just sort of fell out of his. I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. He was aware of you, and then he's almost not, and he's like, Grayson? Don't I know you?
Grayson's going to keep up with the act that he doesn't know who Riley is. And he'll just be basically accusing him. Why'd you shoot my boss?
Hey, your boss? What are you talking about?
I saw it, you piece of shit. You gunned down Vladimir.
Hey, did I? Well, I'm sure there was a reason for it. And then there's that almost phase shift again, where it's like his body language shifts, and when he looks at you, it's very, very cold. And he says like, certainly my compliance will be rewarded. And that does trigger Brooks, because the dude who tried to assassinate him actually said something similar.
Grayson's going to say, what the hell do you mean? It was you people that contacted my boss to make a deal. Who's got something against Vladimir? Why all the bullshit?
And he's just continuing to look at you really weird. And after a couple minutes, it's like, he sort of, or moments, he sort of like, blinks, and like, it's just, he's almost a different person. And he's like, where are we? What's going on?
So, and when he says this, have we already established where we are? So is this
No,
like, the record's being wound back and he's just realizing again with the personality shift or whatever that he doesn't know where he is?
You didn't actually tell him where. It's as far as he can tell, it's just a dark room with a couple chairs and some dudes handcuffed to him.
Grayson will say, I don't know where we are. We'll cart it
I
off
didn't
here.
think that was going to happen. For instance, modern police handcuffs would give a -5 to escape. Oh wow, I didn't realize that states this requires 20 minus skill minutes of concentration. Oh, never mind. That's dislocating the restrained limb. So yeah, he clearly is making the attempt to get free, but he doesn't look like he's going to be getting free at all.
All right, so either way, after there's some time for adjustment, Grayson's going to be using subtle interrogation. So what questions did we want to get out of Riley?
Oh, we don't know what Bragi was buying, or
We
why.
don't know who it really was.
We don't know who that really was. We don't know anything about Thais as far as their involvement in it. Lynch is also going to suggest we talking about. I keep forgetting his damn name. Is it Brezhnikov?
Reznikov.
You mean
What?
Loki?
Yeah, Loki. It's not his damn name.
Brezhnikov.
It is Brezhnikov.
Rez.
Okay.
R.
BR.
Is it BR? Oh,
Yes.
that was.
Hold on,
Oh.
I'll put it up there.
I keep wanting to say Brezhnikov, and I stop myself because it sounds wrong. Yeah, anyway, we were looking for Brezhnikov, and we still don't know what happened to him, and assuming that it had that Bragi and the rest of that organization, whatever it is, had something to do with it. So as far as we know, the attack in Yemen is some kind of plot of theirs, and we're trying to tie them to it. So that's probably the angle that I would be suggesting at this point.
All right, so in terms of interrogation questions,
as a secondary benefit, might look into what the hell happened to Riley in the first place, if he can even answer that.
well, you could also have one of you guys, or Lynch, since he's not known, come in and start asking questions about, the things that Grayson obviously, or Grayson's cover, wouldn't know about. So was it Taid? What happened in Taid? Are you involved? Who's Loki? You can start in the room, start beating up.
Oh, right.
Beating us up
Yeah.
and saying, who's this? And then after you guys leave, Grayson's going to say, I don't know who this Loki is. Who the hell is Loki? Why are they asking about that? And what happened in Taid?
So this is basically sort of a good cop, bad cop routine, just adjusted.
Yeah, kind of.
It would be, I guess, a
The bad cop is beating up the good cop.
Well, in Action 2 on page 16,
interrogation.
Talk, it has good cop, bad cop, where 2 interrogators, one antagonistic, one sympathetic, can cooperate. Each must roll against acting or psychology. Both roles are complementary skill rolls. Does Lynch have acting? I think he does. Yeah, he's really good at it too.
And he's got psychology also.
Does Grayson need another acting role? What does his acting role drive?
Yeah. Well, if that this is if Lynch is actually coming in there to do something additional, then yeah, that would be sort of slightly different since you're now actively going into the interrogation part.
Okay, so who's helping whom with the interrogation? I guess Lynch would be assisting Brooks.
That makes sense. So I'm also presuming that Mahoney and Baum are able to see this. There's probably some little cameras or something like that in there. And out of the 4, they're the ones that probably do know Riley the best. And he does seem really, really off to them.
Does Riley seem off to you?
Yeah. I guess you got hit in the head.
Or shot in the head.
Well, to be fair, he did shoot Vega. So
Oh, yeah.
clearly something was wrong. Did we actually interact with him at all? Other than that?
Did you?
Not Lynch, obviously, but as a group.
The
I can't
PCs?
remember.
No. The last
'Cause-
time you saw Riley was when, last time that, yeah, because Vega said, hey, yeah, Riley shot me, and you hadn't seen him since then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I would have to consult my calendar to see when that was. That was
Well, it's
like,
fewer than a week. Well, less than a couple of weeks ago.
it was, math is hard. That was on the 14th, and so that's 10 days ago. Well, technically 9 days, because it's like Dark 30 on the 24th.
Right.
So yeah, so I guess how does it? It says each must roll acting or psychology. Both roles are complementary skill rolls. So I guess both
Right.
are rolling on that, and then that applies to whatever the interrogation.
Right. Which my acting is better than my psychology, so we'll use that.
Damn, give these guys some Oscars. Right, so you come in there, and what is the nature of the if I can
All right,
finish a statement honestly.
My pretend interrogation of Brooks is going to revolve around Taiz and Brezhnev, what his location and involvement is.
And Brooks is going to go, I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Not in the face! Not in the face!
Which is actually true. He really doesn't know anything about it.
So what is the actual interrogation question that we're going to ask?
Well, the purpose of bringing up Taiz and Brezhnev is to get him talking about those things.
What's the next target?
If there's a next target, who's responsible?
Yep.
Is Bragi involved?
What is it?
Or Delacroix?
What are we?
Well, one question at a time.
That's actually not true in action. In action, it is the quick contest for the interrogation session.
Alright, so that's the interrogation with whatever bonuses.
Yeah, so I guess right now you have a +2 to your interrogation.
Yep.
And let's see, I get I have never figured out penalized the bad or done the bad stuff.
Well, bad is really easy. It's just if things are kind of hard right now, or if you just want to lump some penalties in there, but you don't want to bother about the specifics, you assign it a bad.
So that's actually a success by 5?
Unless we get any bonuses for, lengthy interrogation. I'm sure this process is going to take several hours of back and forth, and
yeah, no reason not to take our time with it right now.
So that is going to end up being a success by 1, actually. So So Lynch comes in, does the stuff. I guess he readjusts the gag.
Right.
And then he leaves. Is that right?
Oh yeah,
maybe,
he'll quote unquote try to get the answers out of him for a little bit, make it look good, and
then
get
somebody
called out
beeps
maybe or
his
something.
cell
Yeah.
phone. And then
And if
Grayson
we're doing
is
this over a longer period of time, that may be multiple sessions of that.
right. And then Grayson is basically trying to find out what he knows about Breznikov. All right, and I rolled that.
And actually, Brooks can probably take advantage of the confused state.
Yeah, I did not. I did basically what I'm doing in that regard is I am not actually rolling in the thing like this, but there are effectively 3 states. Like the empty one is just utterly confused. The plus is slightly helpful because he's starting to get reassert his control. And then the negative one would be where he is the not he's the almost the flesh robot thing. And the great thing is I can actually roll those on the on my screen without letting you see what I roll. Not that it really matters. Yeah. So Brooks gets some leading questions and such like that, and in the process, he does at one of the helpful states. Riley does sort of acknowledge that he does know the name Breznikov, he's somebody who's supposed to go to Thais to take over something about a project or something. Let's see. I'm also going to need. Actually, you know what? I can do this myself. Wow. Yeah. So, during throughout this, as we stated, the interrogation is going to take a bit of time. It's not just just go in, ask some questions, throw some water in their face, scream somebody's name. Um, but so the surgery will have finished. So the doctor will have actually come in there as well. And he's paying attention to this is the little interrogation and such like that, and he and like at this point, I'm going to say that Lynch is in there actually asking some questions as well, and he looks over at Mahoney and or Baum. I'm guessing both of them are probably in there. He's like, "Do you mind if I adjust this?" He's like pointing to the camera controls.
Who's asking that?
The doctor that did the CIA doc who did the surgery on your Vladimir fellow. I think he's going to be
Camera
okay.
controls.
Yeah, he wants to zoom in.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. You can take a closer look.
And it's he's like clearly trying to see something on Riley's head.
And he grabs the monitor and runs off, cackling.
Damn CIA guys.
You'll never
Shenanigans.
catch it. And he's like, do you see those scars? And you will realize that both Baum and Mahoney will realize, once he's zoomed in, that Mahoney does not Mahoney. Oh wait, maybe it is Mahoney. Riley does have some healed scars on his skull that you don't recall him having before.
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser.
What does that look like to you,
Great.
Doc?
He's got a tracker and a brain bomb.
Ooh, brain bomb. Brain bomb. Yeah, maybe it's like a sub nuke and it takes out the entire room.
Well, that would be efficient. But difficult to engineer, I would think.
Yeah. It's like to Baum's response or question. He's like, "Well, it sort of looks like he's had some sort of brain surgery. Are you aware of anything like that in this fellow's?"
No.
Huh. Yeah, as he's watching, because you have the weird stilted moments where he's iffy and not, and then sane and then less, and such like that. He's like, and he almost seems. I don't want to say split personality because that doesn't seem right, but have either of you heard of MK Ultra?
LSD?
Well, I was thinking more of the attempted brainwashing effects because I'm just fascinated by that old 1970s crazy tech. But LSD was involved, yes. It was like mostly used to attempt to condition people to do things.
Huh.
I look.
Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta.
thinking.
I gotta like run my hands through my hair, looking at Hey, do you see anything like that? Am I? I don't have any weird scars, do I?
What about me?
And then which one of you starts fucking with the other guy to go, dude?
You have
What does
those
mine
exact same-
say? What does mine say? You have a tattoo. What's it say, dude?
It says noob. It says gullible.
Then the doctor realizes, oh yeah, I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to come in and let you know that the patient, he seems to be, well, we everything's fine. He's alive. He should make it as long as things don't get worse for him.
Great. Things are totally gonna get worse, aren't they?
He's got a brain bomb too.
And as as he's talking, I have both Mahoney and Baum give me a listening based perception check. Because that's not going to be bad at all, is it?
Never bad.
The cocking of a pistol hammer behind your head.
So Mahoney, you're like leaning over near the door of this particular room, and as the doctor's talking, and it's like, Actually, I'm gonna. Yeah, and you hear outside in the hall that's going to the room where they're in. You hear the distinct sound of someone chambering around in some sort of rifle.
I'll give Bomb the, oh no, look, yo, gun. And kind of push the doctor to the floor and kind of move, in a manner that puts myself between the CIA doc and the access to, you said the door? Or
Sorry, it would help if I pushed the damn button, wouldn't it? Yeah, it's not necessary. Yeah, it's you outside in the little hallway.
Yep.
I will try to fast draw pistol.
All right, so I am going to do something here really quickly.
And if I'm able to, then I will take cover behind the desk.
And kill everyone in the room.
Here's hoping.
Wow, we found a warehouse just like the one in Israel.
It's not quite the same. Not exactly the same. It's sort of the same. It's a standard issue warehouse thing.
They're all built by the same company.
This
same
is the
prefab.
Acme warehouse.
Yep.
I don't know, Acme Safe House Company.
Exactly.
Comes in a box.
It's shake and bake.
So, Lynch, behind you, the door opens, and the other, not the doctor, but the other agent is standing there, holding one of the AK-74s that is in the area, and she has a kind of a glazed expression on her face as she just basically levels the rifle and starts shooting at Riley.
He's being assassinated.
Well, his compliance is totally getting rewarded now.
Death is my gift.
Which is definitely like and that's really loud in this in this room because
Grayson's going to be going, gee, you're taking this interrogation really seriously.
oh dear.
Oh, in the face.
Damn it, that was wrong. Where's that? How much did you recover for him?
It was 5.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why it is 0. Fortunately, he's gonna be in a very bad situation.
There is also the death is automatic if you're in a helpless position. If that's the intent.
Well, it's not entirely necessary in that case. All right, Lynch, how are you reacting to this what the hell just happened nonsense? You know Agent Walker.
God damn it, Walker. So I guess my
She from
first
Texas?
question here is whether or not I recognize the whole glazed look. immediately enough to act on it.
Let's see. Well, the fact
In,
that
in
she
combat time, do I recognize she's maybe not under her own control? Or is that
seems
even
like
a thing I would think of?
I think the thing he would probably most focus on is the fact that she came in with an assault rifle and just unloaded on the dude.
Alright, well, I'm going to step over and take hold of the weapon and attempt to disarm. So it's just a grab at this point. Is she... Does she look like she's going to defend? She look all out? Body language?
I did not indicate all out on the attack roll, so no, I'm gonna say it was probably cool. Yeah, it should have been a move and attack because she had to open the door.
Okay, so she technically one-handed it too, I guess.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and telegraph, I guess.
Mark said that
And where
he
the hell
knocked
are
the
my
dock to the
goddamn-
ground.
Yeah. Protective position over the doctor.
Damn it, I don't have any of those set up already.
You should have those set up. Why don't you have those set up?
Well,
I don't know
because
what
we haven't
I don't
run into
know
that
what
yet.
I don't know what you're wanting to have set up. So
Modifiers.
oh,
We haven't done any melee stuff, so I haven't really, well, beyond the little bit of grappling we've done. Right, getting there.
you're talking about she's just gonna try to shoot you. Damn it! That's what I forgot. Okay.
Right. Cause of fucking course.
Well, on the bright side, you're close.
Yeah, because I can still potentially parry. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna luck that.
CIA doc's like, what the hell was that? As everybody heard lots of gunfire. Or at least a bit of gunfire. You snapped your fingers and your pistol was in your hand.
I'll move to the door and open it.
I'm going to draw and, kind of take a protective position over the dock, pointing weapons at the door.
Okay, you didn't quite snap your fingers and the pistol appeared, but it was pretty fast.
Right.
Grayson's going to remain tied to the chair going, shit.
Okay.
This isn't how this was supposed to go.
So she is going to be attempting to just straight up shoot you at this range. Let's see. Oops, hold on. That's didn't convert right. I'm constantly running into that issue where I forget to populate the ammunition on my NPCs, and it's like, wait, what? Huh? Why do they have 0 round? Oh crap! Let me fix that. Okay, so is there? I don't think there's any actual penalties to doing this at this range. No, wait. I mean,
No.
close. Okay, well, these are because of where the rifle is and such like that. This is just gonna probably be center mass. Oh, I saw 2 1s, and before the 4 rolled over, I'm like, Daniel is going to murder me.
Okay, I'm gonna do feverish.
Parry it into Grayson.
No, don't parry it into Grayson.
I really want to do a slip, but I don't think I can get away with that.
That means you stay at the same distance?
No, a slip would be to get under it.
Okay, so you are parrying it. How are you parrying it? Probably in this direction?
Probably, yeah. Because I was already grabbing for it anyway.
Alright, so you got bullets flying as you guys, the rounds go in that direction instead of in your stomach, because parry, in this case, means all of those are going to miss. Right?
I would presume so,
Huh?
but I hadn't actually thought of that.
Because he's knocking
Normally
it.
with a defense, you're defending against a number of attacks.
Although
But,
you did succeed by 5 anyway, so
yeah, I would have got it anyway.
I think parry works the same as dodge in this case.
okay.
Especially
So
with
since-
auto fire, because
Yeah,
you
so
might
since
parry
you-
some.
Yeah, you might parry it slightly too slow and take a round or something like that. That makes perfect sense. Well, since you managed to beat me by or beat the thing by 5, that means all of them are going to miss. Oh, look at that. No. Okay. All right. Yeah, so she comes in, just at you, and you like bat it away, and the bullets don't murder you or poke unnecessary holes in your stomach.
Unfortunately, I don't get a freebie for having successfully parried. Okay, well, she's definitely active now. Well, I don't want to all out, but I'm gonna need the, well, yeah, I'm gonna need the help. Frankly, I think it should be a little easier to hit that thing. Alright, this time I've successfully grabbed it, providing she
Okay.
doesn't defend.
I think that's. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. And then you're gonna be in that hex because you guys weren't close.
No. No, we were at reach 1.
Oh well, Okay, well, she did the retreat.
Yeah, well, fuck you. You know what? I'm gonna luck that. Roll twice.
Boo! I'm just bouncing it back to you, so it's right. Hold on. Ha-ha! My NPC scoffs at you.
Scoff, he says.
Of course, I say that, and Carrie's going to step out and shoot her in the face.
Not just the face.
Everyone in the building will hear an abrupt bang coming from probably the door.
Huh.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm thinking about poor Grayson, who's handcuffed in a chair.
He'll be breaking those
He's gotta
handcuffs.
escape.
Yeah, they were fake handcuffs.
No, they just weren't done up tight enough.
Gotcha. I should zoom out so I can see the full, see where everything's at. But everyone with the bang, everyone is competent enough to know that was like sounded like a breaching. Yeah, someone using like breaching ground.
Where are
Walker.
our?
Is
Where's
Walker
our
wearing a
armory?
vest?
Okay, I got two talking over themselves. I'm gonna say Mark go first.
I was just wondering where our armory is.
Your gear, it could be in there or in
Okay.
there. This in here 8, even though it's marked as a meeting room, that's where they were doing the Hurge surgery.
Gotcha.
And I'm presuming everybody can see that this stuff down here is turned sideways.
Yep.
Okay. I should have just gone ahead and turned it sideways and put it on here so I could see. But that's okay. Everything's fine. CI Doc is freaking out because what the hell? He doesn't get paid enough for this stuff.
What? He gets paid? Grayson's going to have to renegotiate his contract.
Oh yeah, Daniel, can you put the hexes, the colored hexes thing on where the PCs are over here?
In theory?
Yeah, I should have done that. Don't I have that? I might have that. This is one of those where when I looked at the map, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This will work great. And then like now I'm looking at it going, why did I think this was? Come on, Phil.
Yeah, the hexes are the wrong way.
Oh man, they are.
How do you change that? I can't change that.
No,
can
I mean
don't worry about it.
on one map they're going one direction, and on the other one they're going the other direction.
Damn it! I thought I had actually done that.
Well, it'll always be different since the upstairs and downstairs are at right angles to each other when they're not. They're just over each other.
Yeah.
So even if you change it, one of them will still have them going the other way.
Yeah, so notably, currently where you guys are at, you can't see these dudes because they haven't come out of the entryway, but simply based off of the sound, you're like, yeah, I know what that is. I know what that sound is. But there's also someone up here with a assault rifle shooting at people.
Right. My question was whether or not she was wearing a vest.
She does not seem to be wearing a vest, no. All right, I think it's Ilan.
All right. I'm looking both ways in the hallway to see what the heck is going on, and seeing if I can see over the rail, which you told me that those guys are not in view for me.
They're not in view
already.
But she is staggering back, and since the rounds are happening mostly simultaneously, she's probably still firing at this point as Lynch has parried it out of the way.
Well, I'm going to shoot her then. Take a step and fire. If I can find the right gun. Firing 3 shots.
Ah, right. You're probably using your pistol then, yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell if she's wearing body armor?
She does not look to be wearing body armor. She's probably wearing scrubs. Which seems a little odd.
And she already retreated once.
Yep. And this is side hex, I think.
No.
Doesn't look
well.
side.
Oh, she's
yes.
facing that direction.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess it is then.
Yeah, I think it is.
I don't think she's going to succeed on that one.
Because this is only 2D, I am going to roll it 3 times. There she is.
That could hurt a little bit.
And I'll yell, "Why is everyone shooting?"
Yeah, it's fine. Well, that answers that question.
Oops.
Yes, so Mahoney, where
I
you're
guess
at.
I
Yeah,
can
go ahead.
see. I guess I'm looking out of the doorway and down. I can see those guys kind of rushing in.
I was going to
They're
ask,
not
is that a
in that
wall or a
entryway.
rail?
Is this a
Yeah,
rail
look,
here?
There's
Is that a
a
rail or a wall?
door here and here.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see that now. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably that up there at the top. This thing is going. Yeah, that's a wall. That is probably a railing of some sort.
All right. Well, I basically I'll tell the
So
doc,
yeah,
hey, you might want to, get down, make yourself as small as possible. Things are going to look like they're going to get real interesting, and of course, I'm saying that as I'm going to make my way to our armory.
By the way, you're pretty sure that's a CIA operative there, so you probably don't have to tell him what to do.
Okay, well that's true.
well, he is a doc, so he might have minimal combat training stuff.
But he's got some.
One can hope. All right, so Mark moved. Yeah, damn it, that's going to be confusing as hell, isn't it?
Not really.
Grayson will work on his restraints.
Ish.
All right, so Grayson can. How long does that take? Does it say?
A normal escape attempt takes 1 minute, I believe.
Yeah, it says that first attempt to escape takes 1 minute, but I don't really think that you guys are going to have. I don't know. Would you really secure him? Actually secure him?
It doesn't
Grace?
matter when it comes to my turn. I'm gonna.
Either way, it'll take a little bit for Grayson to get out.
Lynch pulls the keys out of his pocket and hands them over to Grayson and says, "We're done with this, I guess."
It would appear so. Government Agent 10. No, not you. I remember having him at a company barbecue.
Isn't he the one with a hot wife?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, hello.
Actually,
So,
just you saying that, now I wonder what the nationality of these agents actually are.
let's see. So it's gonna get there. They're gonna see movement up there. There was gunfire.
Yeah, react. Back to cover.
Yep. Man, they're totally hoping these guys don't have grenades.
So still no line of sight on those guys?
One of them did come through the door, but then seeing the mess up there, jerked back. So that door is currently open. You do have some nominal line of sight. They will have some cover, and you will have some cover from them as well.
How much covers is the rail cover as well, or is it just open?
It's sort of rail. That's why I was like, or sort of cover. So that's why I was thinking, it's like it's not as it's not solid there, but it does have enough little pieces and stuff like that to provide a little bit of cover.
Okay. When I
You don't
kinda
want to
get to
rely
that-
on it.
Yeah.
You got the floor there as well, since they're shooting up.
Yeah, I can duck down and be a smaller target. When the guy popped out, could I see how he was armed or armored?
Yeah, let's see. So give me a vision-based perception check then, really quickly. Would that be vision? Would that be right?
Maybe.
Would that be observation? No, I think that's fine. Yeah, 3. So they were definitely carrying submachine guns. And they do seem to be wearing some sort of light body armor, but it's definitely not as awesome as the stuff that you guys generally wear.
So there's more than one, you say? Done messed up, AA Ron.
Is it an assault vest or something, or is it more of a concealable?
It looks like it was probably more the normal concealable, which is the 12/5, but they just threw it over the top of instead of wearing it underneath, like they pulled it out of the trunk.
Can I kneel and aim? Or do I have to pick one?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
I think you can drop to kneeling as a free action.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kneel and aim. The purpose of the kneeling is to make more of the floor a bullet sponge. And I'm aiming at where he popped up, waiting for him to pop up again, So I'm not taking a weight, but I am aiming at that spot.
So probably there-ish. Gurgle, gurgle.
I grab my weapon out of the rack.
It could be on the rack. It could theoretically be on the table. Yeah.
I'll grab it from holster my pistol and half move and start grabbing my stuff off the rack and stuff.
And your hand twinges. You're like, damn it, that hurts.
I grab a couple stun grenades, or not stun, flashbangs there too. These can be fun.
Well, you can grab one in a second. So I'm guessing it's the rifle.
Yep, rifle first.
All right. If you're done, then you should be done.
I'm not done. I'm just done.
All right. So with the key, it's not going to take you hardly any time at all there, Brooks.
Crap, I had something in mind and totally forgot it. Shit.
Then just
okay.
do something
I
cool.
don't actually know what the hell's going on here. So I am going to fast draw the pistol and start making my way over because I won't have been carrying the rifle with me.
No, it's probably in there with where Mahoney's at. In fact, most of the long arms are probably in there.
Oh, they're in this room right behind me?
Yeah, where Mahoney ran to.
Oh, man. All right.
Wow.
You snapped your fingers, Daniel, and bam!
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
kind of hesitant to jump out in the hall. Somebody's shooting
So-
over there.
Bomb should totally be aiming and shout at Mahoney to grab his rifle. Rifle
Oh,
me!
right. That's what I was going to do. I was going to step out here and go to a crouch so I can sort of shove the rifle back toward Grayson. Obviously,
For all I
that
know,
won't
that's
happen
what
yet.
Mahoney went to do.
Mahoney is there for Mahoney. Thank you very much.
Oh, great.
What a jerk!
You got two hands.
Crap. Where's that at? Damn it. Okay, so I guess it's just that. And naturally, I forgot to look up the stuffs for it.
For what?
Smoke grenade.
I think it's 7 yard. I think it takes like a round per yard to fill.
Freaking didn't have high tech open. How did I not have high tech open?
Yeah, I forgot that one too for some reason.
Good, so it's not just me being dummy.
Well, I was kind of late getting them open.
Smoke grenade. Blah blah blah. Where the hell's it at?
Yeah, it was always in a weird spot. Let's see. Fills a 7 yard radius with smoke. Cloud lasts.
That's the animate. Okay, so replaces and fills a 7-yard radius. Okay. Fuse doesn't
There's
burst.
a different
ignites,
one somewhere.
So, how quickly does it do that?
Yeah, I don't remember where that is. Oh, wait. Oh, almost there. Also mild irritant. Cloud takes 1 second to develop per 5 yards of burst radius. Okay.
Okay, so
Typically lingers for 1 to 4 minutes.
So at the beginning of this guy's next round, it will cover 5 yards.
Yes.
Is that right?
No, it's radius.
Oh, so it's going to be wow.
I think it'll cover 9 hexes diameter effectively. Since one yard radius is 1 hex.
So about like that.
Ish.
Right. Obviously it's not there. I just needed to put it there because I'm a dummy. Okay, so I'm also going to need another one of those hear it, actually. Let me double check, make sure that that is going to cooperate like he would like it to, because it'd be totally appropriate to drop it at his feet. Yeah, so he's going to be tossing one there as well. Okay, 14 is waiting for the smoke. 9 is waiting for the smoke. Hey, he's going to actually stand up. Bomb!
Well, your line of sight isn't being blocked by smoke just yet.
Let's see. I think number 9 here is probably the person you have the best line of sight on currently.
And that's where I was aiming.
That is not quite what you were basically aiming at this hex, because he came here and then went, oh crap, and then withdrew there.
Gotcha.
If they threw a grenade,
One
a
of
smoke
them
grenade
did.
out there, then his arm would have, at least, and part of his shoulder and everything would have been exposed temporarily.
Unless it wasn't one of the front guys that rolled it out.
Yeah, it was not one of the front guys. It was actually number 11 that threw the grenade there. No, not 11, 10 over here.
Right.
Actually, he should have moved up. Sorry.
Carry on then.
All right. You know what? I'm going to take a shot at the grenade.
Huh. Okay.
What's my minus on that?
Well, it's no bigger than a hand.
That's a very good question.
Probably a -5.
Yeah, at least. Because, like, on the size chart.
Well, I'm looking at it from the attacking a weapon standpoint, and a knife or something. Knife or pistol are both -5.
Yeah,
okay, so it'd be about that size then.
Yeah, so probably total of -2 then for range as well. What the heck
and
happens
no aim, because it's a couple hexes from where I was aiming.
What the heck happens if you hit that?
Something cool. It's an action movie.
Maybe it knocks it back.
Knocks it back into where they are so that they have to run out of it. That would be pretty funny.
Seems legit.
Dodge that, grenade.
Wow.
Okay, so
all right then.
The grenade desperately tries to dodge, but fails to do so.
How much damage?
Tink, 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 tink.
Okay, I'll allow it. I think that's funny.
And they're gonna look at each other like, look out, boys, we got us a badass.
Oh, we went after PCs again.
Why did they send us after PCs?
Whose stupid idea was this? Alright, okay, so yeah, you like bang with I guess 3 shots maybe? I don't know. And
I look over at Lynch to well, no, I was just taking one. I mean,
okay.
I'll use 3 if you want me to.
No, it's fine. One's even cooler. Because 3 is like, he missed a couple times, but in this case, it's like, watch this, bang!
I look over at Lynch to see if he saw it.
No, he wasn't even looking.
Ah, dang it!
Well, hopefully there are cameras in here. Although, why didn't they warn you about these dudes stacking up at the door? All right, Mahoney, you have your rifle.
I have my rifle. I grab a I grab Bomb's rifle.
Okay.
Can I grab it and take a step?
Sure.
And I keep it for myself.
Hey, this is a
Yes.
really nice rifle there, Bomb. I know. Give it back.
You'd have
so
you'd have an easier time one-handing that one because it's a Tavor, so it's bullpup.
Brooks, you are with that, since you had the keys and you rolled a really awesome escape roll. You are now unhandcuffed.
All right, then Brooks is going to stand up and just try and see what's going on.
Lynch will take hold of the rifle and hold it up for Brooks to take.
Brooks will take said rifle.
Ooh, a rifle. Nice. Okay, so
What was it, AK?
it is a AK-74M. And it currently has 20 rounds of ammo still in it. Man, that thing's handy. Okay, so this smoke grenade did not go off where they were expecting it to. Although I'm gonna have to have another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the same rough size.
Yeah, you're gonna be adjusting the wrong one.
That's pretty close. Okay,
Good
so what was the stuff that it said? Smoke, page 171. Okay. That did not work like they were expecting it to. Mild irritant. Typically gives a -10 to sighting and visually aimed attacks through it. Compare obscure. It is also a mild irritant. See poison examples 439. Wait, what? That is 439. Oh, basic 439. I was like, wait, what the hell? Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like, like
Yeah, I remember when
Smoke.
somebody who will remain unnamed was on the Op 4 when we were in the Army, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
threw a smoke grenade right at my bloody feet when we were doing a trench clearing drill. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can tell you that having a smoke grenade go off at your feet may as well be tear gas for the effect it has on you.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah, that guy sounds like a jerk.
You monster.
I know, right?
Okay, so is an area effect respiratory agent with a 10-second delay. Okay, so in 10 seconds he needs to make the health roll? I'm looking at basic 439.
I guess.
It says ordinary smoke is an area effect respiratory agent with a 10-second delay. I'm going to presume that means if you are in it for 10 seconds, then you need to make a health check.
That's probably true.
Oh, now, for the first time, I do understand why you're saying the layers would be really helpful here. Okay, so that guy is okay, and this other one is going to be going off at the same time. So that is a mess.
You just have to remember when you're trying to click on a token that it grabs the bottom one first, so you have to click on them.
I'm only moving them like 3 instead of normal because it's like they're stumbling through this stuff. Those that are doing that. This guy can probably action 1. Is sprinting. Well, sprinting's not technically correct, but he's doing his full move. Let's see. So I believe that is Lynch and Baum are the ones that are looking over. These guys look like natives. Like maybe they're Dubai officers of some sort. Maybe they're mercs.
All right. You said he took his full move out of the smoke.
Yep. Looks like he's basically trying to get underneath the thing so you can't shoot him, and so he can run over to the stairs and maybe shoot
So he's
that
basically
way.
running. He's basically running right towards me, so I'm not going to have a speed penalty.
Right, but you can't see him from there because he's below the floor from you.
Ah, okay. And I don't want to stand and expose myself to the other guy if he decides to stop and fire. I'm going to take a wait for the next one to pop out of the smoke and take a shot at him. I'm going to attempt to aim where I think he's going to come out, which basically means right behind where that guy came out. So if he goes out a different way, just let me know so I don't use my aim bonus.
Okay. Gurgle. All right, Mahoney, you have 2 rifles. You are a total badass right now. You should, come out there and shooting both of them.
You're not going to get mine?
2 hands. 2. 1, 2. And Baum, I guess I am going to, prepare to toss Baum his rifle.
All right.
I don't know. I think it'd be awesome if you just, opened up and started shooting with both of them.
Guess I really can't throw it right now because Baum's not ready to catch it.
Well, you could. He just donk.
Or you could lay on the floor there. That'd be quicker than waiting for me to be ready to catch it and then spending another round throwing it. You could just put it down. Make me get it.
Well, do you want to be able to use it almost immediately, or do you want to spend the round to take it and grab it?
Same difference if I have to catch it.
All right, I'll skid it across the floor to him.
Cool. Yeah, because I would have to take a round of not doing anything to be ready to receive it in the air.
Sure. Boom. Right at his feet.
And I'll say, "You threw baby!" Just kidding.
And then shoot him in the face?
No.
Typical.
And that's how my game ended. Everybody shot one another because they went
They
weird.
threw his rifle.
All right, Grayson, you have a rifle. And something weird is going on. What the hell?
Just going to do the quick once-over. Make sure the rifle's got bullets and safety's off. And then he's going to...
Yeah, with that, he would be aware that there's only 20 rounds in it. Because he's got combat reflexes, right?
I believe he does, yes.
Yeah, So it's totally not raw, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah, you got combat reflexes, so it's like you check it and like, oh yeah, this has this many rounds in it.
And then he's going to make his way to the door.
Lynch is going to indicate the stairs and stay crouched. He's going to duck walk back toward the armory.
Is he going quack, 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 quack as he's duck walking?
He is not.
Well, that's kind of disappointing, actually. 2, 3.
I'm pretending I'm a pirate.
Okay.
Makes everything more fun.
So are you gonna shoot him with
that?
Are you gonna shoot him with your AR?
Oh boy. Okay, so that's just wrong, Daniel. So Carrie. That dude emerges from the smoke. He's like clearly trying to sprint over there as well. What is it? -2-ish for range.
Those should go to 7 yards.
What?
Not that it's horribly important. The radius on
3
those
to
is
the
7
face.
yards.
Okay, so holy crap to the face.
Yeah, face.
Holy cow!
Oh man, he turns it into a critical miss in my gun jams.
No,
or is that only melee?
That's only melee. This dude apparently does a triple sideways somersault, and you're like, wait, what?
No,
You're being attacked by Cirque du Soleil.
He tripped over something on the floor just as you fired, and they all just missed.
Man.
Up, 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 up. That seems bad. That token there. I promise. I swear he's not planning on shooting bomb because he doesn't actually have a weapon. Like poking. The doc is poking his head around there, trying to see if it's clear to move.
Oh, did he not? He didn't finish his move after he came out of the smoke?
Yeah, he did. It put him a little bit farther to where he's just I think where almost alongside where the other guy was.
All right,
this was the guy you shot at.
I'm gonna say do that again and shoot him again. Which I think came out to a +2, so I'm just gonna put the 2.
So what do we do if he actually does roll that again? Do we accuse me of having Brian's cheats turned on?
No, I'll just be impressed.
He did not this time.
Sorry about your face.
Yeah, because he had to cover about 2 yards to get where he was moving out, or 3 yards to get to where he was coming out of the smoke for you, and then he moved the 2 additional.
Got it. I'm going to, as a free action, drop the pistol, and I'm going to say 7 left in that one, and get ready to reach for the rifle.
How much damage did you do to him?
Oh, I didn't even roll since it was his face. Let's see. I'm rolling 3 again.
Because it's fun. And that's all she wrote.
It's just because it's such a small number of dice, it's more likely, to roll a 1 and a 1 or a 1 and a 2 and have that count for all 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got John Wicked. Except that John Wick wouldn't have wasted the 3rd bullet.
Yeah.
He's used multiple bullets for people. Like he only shoot him twice in the chest and then once in the head, like that really big guy in the the pool area.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
No, he does the Mozambique drill quite a few times. But he doesn't normally shoot him multiple times in the head.
Yeah, so this dude is running, sprinting forward, thinking he's pretty awesome, and then he takes those rounds, and his legs just keep going, but then he's like, bam, and hits the ground. You don't think he's going to be getting up anytime soon. All right, I think that's Ilan.
Forgot to advance my turn.
Just tossed his rifle, so I will step and ready, I guess. And that is a grading.
What?
Is a rail.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah, it's a rail with some stuff on. It provides a tiny little bit of cover. Yeah. But there is a rail, yeah.
Step to a kneel and ready.
Brooks will move out looking for bad guys.
Moving.
Quack, 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 quack.
Staying crouched.
Damn it.
No, just seeing that it would be helpful to have a center point on those tokens.
That's a good point. You should fix that. Oh, right. That guy bleeds through his forehead.
All right. I'm going to ready my rifle.
You have readied baby.
And I will turn to face the stairs as Lynch indicated.
Sorry, I didn't mean to grab that.
Yeah. I keep doing the same thing. It's all your fault. Right, Mahoney.
Yeah,
So where is he? Up there.
just take a wait, I guess. Waiting to see someone pop their head out. Or if
I'm
we
trying to
just check the
place
target.
him on the thing. Because this guy is technically out of the smoke. But I don't know if Mahoney can see him or if he can see Mahoney.
Well, if I can see the... Well,
It's an awkward angle.
Well, he's also got that meeting room up there too that he can't see through.
Yeah, so
hold on.
the
The
two
meeting
of
room
them
is how
can't
far?
really. The two of them really can't see one another. As my government agent number 11 is realizing, crap, this is I'm gonna have to run over there to the stairs after all. See, they would have rappelled in and came through windows, but that's only PCs are able to do that level of cool.
There's your meeting room. The red lines are the walls. So, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the two of you can't really see one another, so I can't shoot you, you can't shoot me. Don't worry, I'll come upstairs and we can shoot at one another. Or, that's a good idea. Let me check their stuffs.
Those are the stairs going down, aren't they?
Yes.
Alright, so moving and covering the stairs.
Looking at those, that goes there. So he would have had to go there, not there. Okay.
Is that right?
I think so.
No, I think it goes up on the others. It goes up on that side. Right, moving.
Quack, 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 quack.
Look at Mahoney and say, "Why didn't you give me one?"
I like bomb better.
Only got two hands.
Number 10, number 10, number 10, number 10. Where are you at? Oh, you're way over there. Number 11. Realizing he's all by his lonesome.
I had a buddy.
9. He did have
We did
a
it,
buddy.
guys.
He is basically going to. Okay, yeah. So let me make sure that it goes there, and then how does it come up? That's
What do you mean?
weird. I'm just reading it weird. So he's not coming all the way up. He's going to be like trying
At the landing.
trying to keep a sort of not suppressing, but if he sees somebody, he wants to shoot them.
He's covering the stairs.
Covering the stairs. CIA doc wanted to quack out of there, but Lynch is, in the way and quacking away.
There is a bit of traffic.
All right. So, since Grayson is clearly in on this,
Where the heck did Mahoney go?
is he wearing body armor?
He moved
I'm
up
up
to
on
the
the
other
top.
map.
Don't do that.
Well, now I have no idea what the ranges are, and I have to kind of guesstimate
So
and all that garbage.
jump over.
It doesn't matter what the ranges are. It's close.
Jump
Or-
over.
Close, right?
You can do that. Surely there's something you can swing on.
This might be higher than the other place.
I think this is going to end up being close. Instead of using we were using the actual range, and that was like
Short.
I think it
Short was what I was thinking.
-3 was the max that we were using there.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Mark. They're going to come up there on the landing, and then you can shoot, or you can run over here. And I think you can make this jump, Mark.
I think I can too.
Is that a catwalk, the light area?
Yeah.
Because it looks like the rail ends there. Okay.
Yeah, there's a catwalk. That's what I'm saying. I think Mark can make that 1, 2 and something yard jump. You can make that with a standing long jump, right?
On the rail.
Sure.
Maybe
So
there's like those.
Let's climb up on the rail first.
Maybe there's some of those really big industrial lights that are hanging there that you can jump and swing around on. Don't do that. So bomb just moved.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Still crouched. Or, well, crouching instead of kneeling, I should say.
I will ready one of the stun grenade I grabbed.
That's amusing.
I could fast draw it. I have fast draw magazine. Fast draw ammo. But
Is
not
it
fast draw
grenade? Is a grenade covered by fast draw ammo?
I don't know. If it is,
I wonder what it would be.
Huh.
I don't know. What's the default to?
Is it ammunition or is it a weapon?
I would say it's a weapon. Because it has its
gonna
own skill throwing grenade.
Yeah, I don't see a fast draw grenade there. I suppose it would depend on how the grenade is, because fast draw ammo would make sense if it's for a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you
Yeah,
allow
whatever.
it, I'll whip out the whip the grenade and pull the pin and get ready to throw it. Can I grab it or fast draw it, pull the pin and throw, or in this case just drop it.
What? No, it's yeah. You've secured it. Next round you'll pull the pin. Next round you'll throw it.
It takes a second to pull a pin and throw.
As far as I know, you have to ready it.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm
thinking
can
in
fast
this
draw a
case,
pistol
yeah.
and it's immediately ready. Anyway.
Yeah, that is a
Alright,
Unless it says otherwise, I haven't looked at it in a while.
Can Grayson hear the guy coming up the stairs?
He's not actually coming up the stairs. He's basically standing there, trying to wait to see if one of you guys comes to the stairs. Plus, he's waiting for backup. You probably did hear him hit the hit the stairwell and stop.
Alright, then Grayson's going to be aiming where he would probably appear and taking
It's
weight.
It's like they're sitting there going, "Come on, man, come on, come on!" Both of them are doing that.
You go.
No, you go. Quack, 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 quack.
Damn it, I was in the middle of something.
Quacking away.
Right, so this should put me inside the room, and I will stand.
Oh man, your knees. They're not like they used to be.
No, they are not. Yeah, and by the way, Mark, and anybody else who's interested, it's not just pulling the pin. You gotta pull the pin, you gotta throw the safety.
Throwing it drops the spoon,
No,
dude.
the safety.
No, there is a safety on them.
It's called a thumb safety. There's more than just the pin.
Okay.
It's big,
And
so
somebody-
they had to army proof it.
And somebody who doesn't know about the thumb safety is going to pull the pin and throw it, and it's not going to do anything.
Except get thrown back with the safety off.
Oh, right, derp. So Mark, you spent this round readying a. Okay, yeah. It's, so Government Agent 10 is doing the exact same thing that you were doing.
All right, you got to get ready with the rifle to do a baseball swing and knock the grenade back at him.
I don't know. He's British, so he could totally maybe do a soccer kick as it comes
Cricket?
up there. Ooh, cricket. 9 is basically taking a weight to engage anyone that he sees with his submachine gun. Hey, I can actually, crab walk out of here. Or not crab walk, duck walk. Quack, quack. 2. So he's doing the duck walk thing as well.
All right, I'm going to stop here by what's her name, and I guess take aim at near where Grayson is, in case somebody runs over him. Not at him though. That's bad muzzle discipline.
And you never really trusted those Brits anyway. Oh wait, Mahoney's a Brit. Let's see. So I believe he would be throwing it now.
No, you have to get it off your belt first, or wherever you had it.
Yeah,
And
but
then-
I
and
let
then
him
you
do
ready
the fast.
it
I
to-
let him do the fast draw
Oh,
ammo.
right, okay, you did the
Because that
fast
makes
draw.
sense. So
Yeah.
he readied it last round, so he would be sending it, falling or dropping it or whatever this round. That's the wrong one, Bill. Damn it. Right. So Mark. Your thing goes. That's the wrong. Why is that not? How do I get rid of those? That's aim. Where is? No. Yeah.
I'm assuming I can hear them kind of moving around below me, so I'll just kind of drop it.
There we go. That's the right one. Okay. Is what? once again, it really helps if I push the button. What is that's the crap. I had that open just a second ago. What's the thing for that? That's a fuse of 1 to 2 seconds, I believe.
Oh, right.
I wonder how you do that. That's 1, 2.
Even odd.
So 2 seconds. So it will go off at the beginning of his next turn. What is the? Damn it! The thing, the not range, area of effect for that.
Oh, does it not say? What I have mine set at?
Do I have it on there? 10 yards. Yeah, I do have. Wait, I don't know what the. Is this just this one, the sure whatever stun?
Yeah, probably. I think that's
All
what
right, 10
typically
yards.
used for him.
Okay, so all right, right, she's dead.
Where did that go?
It's on the
10
down.
yards?
Yeah, that's 10 yards radius. So pretty damn big.
That's diameter, I think. That would be a I think. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, are you sure that's radius?
The smoke was radius. I don't know about this.
Well, but if that's radius, the smoke is not big enough either. Because I just drew
No,
a
it wasn't 10.
10-yard
it wasn't
diameter.
10. No,
The smoke is 7 yards.
You have a 6-yard diameter. Or
I'm looking to see what it says.
No, it says radius.
Radius.
okay,
That
so
seems a bit
hold on.
excessive.
That's dang.
That's gonna get everybody in that dang room. I think they meant diameter.
It seems like you would also. Oh, that's.
When these circles are drawn, are they drawn the yardage? Is it drawn as a? When it says 10 yards, is it saying 10 yards diameter or radius on this?
Radius is weird because the 1 yard radius is 1 hex. It's not. It is within 1 hex.
Yeah, I suspect when that goes off, there's only going to be one of the dudes that's in that thing, but he's not going to see it because he's stuck in the smoke right now. Because 11 was moving up to join 9. Unless that's going to be larger. Is that right? 10 yards? Wow. Doesn't matter. All right, Lynch.
The hell just happened? So I'm moving over to the locker and securing my rifle.
10. Unfortunately for 10, I do not think I have the thing that Mark just did. Yeah, I'm going to have to look at this because it's not letting me see it. Yep, I failed to give him fast draw, so he is stepping, and this is the second, so he is now readying it because he had to draw it, so he's readying it. This guy. Is aiming. He's very confident that he's going to get somebody as they come down the stairs. Surely they're not up there doing the same thing that he's doing.
Still waiting.
So that goes off now?
Yep, I would guess so.
All right. So let's see here. So if that's the case, then I think it's going to get 2 of them because 11 is in the very edge. All right, and that is health minus fünf, I believe. Yes, health. Oh boy, -5. That's gonna suck a lot. Why are you throwing that at me, Mark? Jerk.
Sucker.
Well, okay. That's not great, because that fellow has just armed a stun grenade himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be awesome. Mark threw the grenade at the guy. He's gonna be stunned, so he's gonna drop the grenade and be even more stunned. 11. Is that gonna actually do anything because he's facing away from it?
That's not going to have any effect on hearing, but the vision part of it probably.
Okay. So affliction. What does that say? That is, where's that puppy at? Ready maneuver to pull 3-7. Area the hit vision and hearing based affliction that affects a 10-yard radius. Failure means you're stunned. So both of them are stunned, and they have to roll against health -5 to recover each turn. Also create smoke in the area of effect.
Yeah, and it doesn't say how much.
Well, I'm just mostly thinking about poor agent number 10 over there, who's actually been dicking around in the smoke for entirely too long.
I think you can pretty much assume there's smoke over the entire lower floor.
Now there is, yep. Oh, right. And so what happens? There's no real benefit or anything to multiples, is there?
Probably not. Just makes you roll more than once.
Well, but he's already stunned. He can't be more stunned.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can't be more stunned. Well, I guess you could be unconscious.
Well, yeah, let's see.
I don't think
he
it's gonna
failed
do
it by
that.
more than 5. So
that's not.
that means
not a thing.
No. But I'm thinking whether he would have dropped it. Since he failed by 7, I'm going to say he is actually going to drop it because he was not expecting that, and it goes off, and now I think poor agent number 10 is permanently deaf because Mark's being a jerk.
That's what I do. How I roll.
Is it really?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, so he's in a bad way over there. On the bright side, that means he wasn't able to throw his stun grenade at Mark. Or just up there on the landing, which was actually his entire purpose. He was going to slide over there and toss the stun grenade. Damn you, Mark! I'm shaking my fist at you. Had to go and ruin my plan. You're done, so... Advanced tracker?
And I would have got away with it too if it weren't for you snooping spec ops.
This will be the third turn of aim.
Ready weapon?
Readied.
Oh, yeah, I guess actually I need to replace my pistol first.
Alright, still stunned. Holy cow. Shake that off, number 11. But that's all he can do this round. So sad.
Yep.
Third turn of aiming for government agent number 9. Let's see. He is going to stay in here.
When are the people who I get to shoot come in?
I don't know. Maybe you have to go shoot them. Go talk to them.
They started it.
Well, actually, you did the first shooting. If you
Well,
no,
don't
it didn't.
count the
Technically,
preaching.
Walker started it.
Technically, Walker
That's right.
started.
This is where I wish I had like one of those like a rope and a carabiner or a couple carabiners. Kind of jump over and hang upside down and just shoot them in the back.
Well, there's a railing.
Actually, I guess I could do that. Instead, grab it, drop, and then let myself instead of just dropping.
Well, you
all
lay
the whole
prone.
distance.
You lay prone and hang your weapon out over the side. Depends on how wide how widely spaced the struts are.
Down there it's there's smoke all down there because of the 2 successive flashbangs going off, in addition to the smoke grenades that have already been deployed.
Well, how would it work where if I go over the rail but not like drop the whole distance, just straight, but how you kind of just lower yourself down and then only have to drop the remaining length of your body?
I think
so. You hang there with your hands for a moment.
That's kind of the opposite of the pull up. I'd probably strength-based climbing or something like that, just to lower.
Climb check.
All right, and then I'll do that.
Because Mahoney's decided, screw this noise, I'm going to go talk to these guys.
That's not talk that I planned to.
Alright, so you're basically hanging there.
I kind of go over the ledge and, hang there, getting ready to kind of drop the shorter distance instead of the full distance.
So
Reducing
you can
the distance
relocate his mini definitely onto the other one. So it is hard to see in here because of the smoke at the moment.
That's fine.
You're fine.
Continuing to wait, but Grayson is going to take the evaluate the -2 to evaluate the target that appears, and since there's been grenades and all that thrown, if a grenade comes up the stairs, Grayson's going to kick it down. So he'll be taking his weight for that. Or shooting. But he'll do the evaluate first.
I think your bird's trying to tell you something.
He's trying
Yeah,
to
it's the morning.
tell him, kill me.
Yeah, it's in the morning, and it's all it does. It just tweets for constantly until it decides I've had enough, and then it's great.
Lynch is
I wouldn't
stepping.
classify that as tweeting. I would classify that as screeching.
Lynch steps up and readies the rifle this time.
And as he's coming out there, holy crap, Mahoney's disappeared.
I'm sure he probably sees him hanging off the rail right there.
Yeah, he's probably like sees his fingers. He's like, what is he doing?
Goddamn monkey.
I'm offended by that remark.
Oh, wow. Okay, so yeah, that guy definitely is not coming out of that for a while. Number 11 is... Okay, so he's coming up here to basically form up with this guy. They're doing the hand gestures to one another. CIA guy is the doc is actually going for the computer that you got that they have in here and starting to do the crap. This place is blown. Need to
Tear it
clear
down.
this and tear it down. Not tear it down, but where's the Control Alt Delete? No, don't want that one. I
Format
want asterisk dot
C:\.
asterisk. Bomb's getting frustrated at the fellows. So you would be dropping onto the ground this round.
Yes.
Okay, I
guess I'll
suspect.
use a
Yeah, I
judo
suspect.
to reduce the range.
Yeah, and yeah, you're fine. It's very, very smoky.
Continuing.
Roger that.
Let's see. Well, I don't know what the actual situation is below, so I'll probably stick to the crouching and start advancing.
Well, you haven't heard any gunfire in a little bit.
That's true.
Oh, can he do it, Mark? Can he? I critically failed on that health check previous time. That really should affect this.
Hey, just stay stunned.
He's stunned. He doesn't get one this round. Okay, what does... Hold on, I need to look at something that I believe Mark and Carrie both have. Okay, so yes, indeed. Okay. All right. So I think 11 will the upper body of 11 will appear in Grayson's line of fire.
Okay.
He was attempting to do a move and attack, coming up there and just engaging whatever he saw.
Okay, well, so I'll be at the -2. What targets present themselves as in locations? Do they have armor?
Yeah, like I said, they are wearing like the torso armor. It's effectively the equivalent of second chance, but it's being worn over, so it's the 12/5. It's basically his upper body that will come into view. So torso, arms, head.
So they don't look like they got anything on the arms.
No, I think that armor is just torso, abdomen, groin, maybe. Not even sure about the
No.
groin.
It's probably not even abdomen.
And they're using rifles.
These guys are using MP5s.
Alright, so Grayson's going to put... He's got limited ammo, so he's going to put a single shot.
Not that
Through.
limited. You got 20 rounds.
You can burn through 20 rounds pretty quickly. He'll double tap. So he'll put 2 shots into the shoulder of this guy. Yeah, just need to fix some mods.
Shoulder. Is that going to be covered by the armor?
No. The only location that armor covers is torso.
Do you have your modifiers mod loaded?
Yeah, I think so. I'll double check. Basic mods. Yeah, and it's player load allowed.
Oh, okay, it's basic mods. I thought you had one that was titled GURPS 4E mods.
No, if you remember, I screwed it up. I broke it, and I haven't gotten around to actually fixing it. Because what I was starting to do is I wanted to break up the mods into, like, these are the ones from basic, and these are the tactical shooting editions, and these are the martial arts editions. So somebody can go, I don't want tactical shooting. I just want basic mods. But in the process, I thoroughly hosed it up.
Okie dokie.
Wow. That's an incorrect thing. Maximum 1 hit.
Well,
17?
your
Okay, yeah.
skill 14 plus 3.
But
That's
it's
17, so technically it would have been a maximum of 1 hit.
But it's still a failure.
Yeah, well, obviously it doesn't hit, but...
Unless you luck it.
Yes, I will luck it.
I'm like, screw that noise. I don't like that.
What was the total mods on that?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Like. So take the maximum 2 hits or the maximum 2 hits?
I think I'll go with the maximum 2 hits.
I don't know. That other maximum 2 hits looks really nice. Let's see. I did a move and attack, so I can't do that. So this is just a straight up dodge, I guess. That's unfortunate. Yep, that's unfortunate.
Rolling once for all bullets.
Let's see. So shoulder, does that do anything to the amount of damage?
No, it'll be straight. But that's enough to cripple the arm.
So you basically did 26 points of damage then.
No, it would have taken him to whatever half
Actually,
cripple
Yeah,
is.
That's what I was wondering.
it would have crippled the arm once. He would have shot it again, and it wouldn't have done anything additional.
So that is half plus 1?
It is more than half.
Right.
So what health do they have?
They got 12 hit points, so you did 7.
Yep.
Okay.
And a major wound.
That's kind of a major wound. That kind of hurt. Does this poor fellow have anything like... no, he does not. So, ooh, that's going to suck. Ha! Fortunately, that's going to rack him.
Well, he is surprised.
That's
Or
just,
is he?
Well, he was in the process of doing a move and attack. So this is going to be interesting.
Suppose he could stop.
Yeah, why would I do that?
And I shot the arm that he's holding the trigger, so whether he's left or right-handed. So
right. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, I completely brain cramped on the fact that, hey, his frickin' arm is disabled. So he was in the process of attempting a move and attack, and that's not going to work. So he's going to convert that in just a straight move as he sort of kind of goes for cover. Can you do that?
I guess. Probably.
That guy. This guy. Brain. Right, this dude comes up, and these guys have that perk, the battle drills thing. So they
Oh.
did the thing.
The swapping.
Yeah. So he comes up, and he's going brap, but misses.
And not hitting anything.
Actually, let me double check, make sure they don't have what, because that'd be awesome. They do not have what. All right, Bomb has definitely seen that Brooks has fired, and there's some gunfire coming back.
All right. I'm going to wait for him to need to fall back so I can cover him.
Gotcha.
And I'll move over here for better sight lines. Because I don't think anybody's out in that part of the warehouse anymore. I will glance over there.
So they're
See if I can see
technically on
anybody
that
in the smoke.
landing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I can see their legs.
Depending on the
Probably
smoke.
no, because of the smoke, it is going to be difficult for you to see that. But you can probably make out some. So you'd have some additional penalties if you engaged from there.
Suppressing fire.
Oh, right. It's on me. Dirt.
All right, so I will. It is a 2-meter area, approximately. Looks like.
Yeah. Ish. Yeah.
So, and I will go full auto. I don't even know how
Cheater.
that works.
It's all out, by the way.
All out.
Not that it'll probably matter. Unless some
Let's
guy
see.
snaps
What
So
am I
out.
rolling?
hold on. Let me look at this as well. So regular smoke is going to be. Where is
It's not gonna matter. Well, it might. Okay, so I think it's gonna be -10 for the smoke itself for effectively firing blind.
But in
How
this case,
dense is that smoke?
yeah,
I thought
but
it was
that's
only
what I'm
6-meter
gonna say.
radius.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is not that dense. That's if it's really dense smoke, and this is not that dense.
Well, that's just what they list in the book. I wouldn't do it that way either. But given the distance, it might be something. But whatever. Regardless, suppressive fire or area fire, more practically, is 6 plus the rate of fire is the cap. That is the rate of fire bonus, not the actual rate of fire. So it's either what it would actually be to hit or that cap.
My rate of fire is 12.
Or was it 5?
Rate of fire 12 is only a +2, so it's like an 8. Ugh.
Well, it's not likely to hit.
Oh, I have a suppress fire stat of 10, but because I'm going for 2 squares, it's an additional negative.
No, 2 is normal.
Okay.
10's fine. I'll just say screw it. Just go with that.
Ooh!
Holy cow.
Suck
okay.
It. That's 12 rounds. I don't know how. Oh, that is right.
Wow. Okay.
Now that's gonna all be random, unfortunately, and only leg hits and probably lower torso might work.
Well, leg hits will be great because I don't have any armor down there. Let's see. And they have no idea he came down there. They have absolutely no idea that Mahoney was there. So I'm not even going to give them defenses on that because.
Well, you can't dodge it.
So now, how does it work for which one takes what?
That is.
Guess it's
so screw it. There's three hits. Both of them are going to take one, and one of them is going to take the other.
Right.
We can just randomly determine.
It's two shots. So each one of them, if they spend all or part of a round in that zone, they will be attacked by that same thing.
I have no idea what that means.
Doesn't mean I have to roll. They have to roll or something, or I have to roll.
You don't have to.
Cap
You don't
9
have
or
to
something.
roll to hit the zone. They roll to get hit if they're in the zone.
Well,
Right.
they're in the zone.
Right.
That's
So he
part
rolled
of it.
one.
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Okay. So one of them took 3. Okay, so he's opening up with like 12 rounds, and one of them took three hits out of that.
Yes.
So you roll that again, Mark. We're probably totally butchering this, but that's okay. And the other guy took 2 hits. So that was a pretty awesome suppression.
But
bit.
it's gonna be random hit location because, and if I
Yeah.
don't hit a leg, then it's moot, right? Oh, there's one guy got hit in the leg.
We'll
This
say
is the
that's
first. This is the first
number
3.
9. The guy, the first 3. Number 9 got one in the leg, and
Oh, he
in
took
the
2
leg.
in the leg.
Ooh, and that one's
3 in the leg.
in the leg. That was all the same leg too.
I stitched
left
that
leg,
guy's
left leg, left leg. Dude.
Shin, thigh, knee. Oh my gosh. He's never walking right again.
Okay, and the other
And there's
guy
a
has
second
2.
guy.
That's gonna be funny if it was also
Oh!
the left leg again. Holy crap!
That's
okay.
coming off.
All right, so the guy who came up and sprayed at Brooks took 3 rounds to the left leg. Let's see, shin, no additional effect, any injury over hit points divided by 2 cripples the leg. So if you do, okay, so he took 7 points, and where's my damn calculator? I need that. That's 7 plus, and then what was the other one? The second one was
17.
thigh. Let's see, that's impaling, piercing, or tight beam hits vein or artery, allows crippling with injury over hit points divided by 3. For extremely excess injury is
that guy's
dismemberment.
leg is...
That's gonna take that dude's leg off, isn't it?
Well, he got shot 3 times. One in the shin, once in the vein thigh, and once in the... Is that the thigh?
That's the thigh is the second one, and then
the knee. So he
was
never
an
going to walk
adventurer
properly.
He was an adventurer until you shot him, blew his knee off.
Yeah, I almost feel a little bit bad for that guy. Here's his
hold
knee.
on, so
That's
9. Well, it can't do. Okay, hold on.
Each shot can do only so much.
Well, excess over that's gonna go away.
No,
right,
once the leg is crippled, you don't do any more. You don't accumulate any more damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been doing that wrong. Let's see. So, dismemberment
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Dude,
you can't get any hurt. But I mean, do I? So
no, you take
if I
the
take a
effects
shot
of.
to...
If you do a crippling blow a second time to it, you'll have to make all those rolls again. But
you
don't actually accumulate any more damage because it's your limb.
Whatever it is, half hit points half.
So
because a leg is most hit points half.
The second attack,
or
the second attack states cutting, impaling, piercing, or tight beam, and that's a piercing thing.
Okay,
it allows crippling with injury over hit points divided by 3, which is 6. Dismemberment requires twice the injury. So you did 17 points of damage. So you took his leg off. I think number 9 is done.
It is destroyed.
PI. Well, I guess it is PI, isn't it?
The limb is destroyed. It's probably not severed. It's not a cutting attack.
And he is bleeding out. I hit his femoral artery, sorry, with that thigh hit. But he will never walk properly. Yeah. And the second guy took the shot.
One
one
round
shot
to
in the
the
shin.
So that's how much damage was that one?
2, 3.
It's going to
here's
be
the
max
fourth.
of 9, or
There, so
max of 7. So 11.
max of 7.
So
He'll
he
triple
is
it, but
he's done because
Yeah.
he's already been arm crippled. So that
Four
puts him in the
plus-
negatives.
4 plus 2 is going to cripple those guys on minimum. No, actually, no, I would have to do one more.
Right. Well, number 11 is done. Because he's not dead. Actually, both of them are pretty much done because the. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to. Where's 11? That was a major wound. Where is he at? He is 9.
That's right. 9 was already crippled.
No, not 9. 11. 11 was already crippled. 11 was shot in the shoulder, and so his arm was crippled.
Right.
And then Mark shot his leg out, and that put him in the negatives. So he's basically out of the fight. That was 11. 9. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do very well. Yep. So he is stunned. He's basically unconscious because. All right. I don't know why did I roll those. Those dudes aren't super named guys. Yeah. So between Grayson and Mahoney, those guys had a very bad day.
Nice.
Yeah, so Grayson was, I think, yeah, this is the same round effectively. So no, Grayson was he's about to shoot, but yeah, you're like brap brap, and you definitely heard somebody else shooting them. They went down in a nice splash of blood.
But they're not unconscious and stuff like that yet, are they? They're just like rolling around in pain.
They're basically, but they're out of the fight. They're effectively mooks. And what I've been doing there is like once they hit negative, they're done. They lose it.
All right. Well, Grayson doesn't know how many people are in this place, so he's just going to maintain his position and cover there, doing the whole aim and wait thing.
Now, how long does that last?
What?
That the flashbang thing. It said where the hell was it? It's like
Oh,
if you failed, you had
It's-
to.
it's until you make it.
Oh, good God! This dude is rolling against a 5.
Are we really in combat rounds right now?
Well, there is one fellow still sort of in the fight.
well, if I find him, I'm going to secure him. If he's moving, he's going to get shot. So he's got one.
He's like sort of wobbling with that that disembodied voice exclaiming, "Finish him!"
He's got about 4 rounds before he's going to have a rifle stuck in his face.
Are you aware of where he is? I guess you could probably see him. You could probably hear him banging around over there, because he's probably not just standing still either.
He's on his radio going, "It's not going great."
Alright, Lynch is advancing.
All right, number 10. I believe in you, man. Holy crap. That was so close. Unfortunately, even though I believed in him, He sort of let me down. CIA doc is going to shout something, but it's it's like 1 second, so he's starting to shout something.
I'm going to turn around and see if I can spot where it is. Where this voice is coming from.
No, that's basically the CIA doctor.
Oh, gotcha. I thought it was the guy who's still down there. Still, since the stairs have quieted down, I'm going to turn around and look and see if I can see anybody else.
Well, technically, until it's Mahoney's round again, he's still doing suppression fire.
Yeah, so it's like.
Oh, okay. I'll still be watching his way then.
Not that it's going to be a big
And
deal.
then the bullets stop flying from
Well,
Mahoney.
yeah. But my goal was to cover him looking that way, so if the shooting isn't done, I'm not going to look away.
Well, it's finally stopped.
I'll call out as I'm moving, throw down your weapon, et cetera, et cetera.
Prepare to be judged.
Maintaining.
It just occurred to me that just because the dude is stunned doesn't mean he's just going to necessarily have to stand there.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. He should have been moving away.
No, you can't move when stunned.
You can. It's an alternative.
But it's like, just a step sort of thing. Like, as I don't envision him, running away, but, he's deaf and blinded, so it's more sort of staggering around.
I believe the alternate rule was you could do a lot of things, you just can't do anything useful. But more than likely, he's going to stumble around.
Yeah, so Mahoney can probably see him stumbling around over there.
Advancing.
All right, 5. No, 10. Come on, man. I have faith in you. You can do this. He can't really do this.
Not yet.
Now the shooting has stopped. I'll turn around and see if I can spot the other guy.
Yep. There is smoke, but beyond that, it's like, yeah, oh, hey, there's a dude.
Is that right? It's actually been 16 rounds?
It's been about that.
Aim at him.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. He's going to be coughing as well as stumbling around.
I can
10
fix
is
that for
having
him
a
if it comes back around to my turn.
bad day. It just occurred to me, Mahoney's shouting at him to throw down your weapon, and the dude can't hear a damn thing. Or see anything.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Continuing to cover.
Mop.
Yeah.
Alright, at this point, Lynch is caught up to Baum. He's going to give him the CQB shoulder tap. Tell him, let's go.
I'll say there's one right there.
I have faith in him. I really do.
Do the rail, or take the catwalk.
All right, I'll move. Instead of killing the guy. We got you surrounded. Sorta.
He has no choice, but I'm right in his face,
He may not see you.
Well, I'm gonna kick him in the knee and put him to the ground and all that fun stuff when it's my turn.
Covering.
Advancing.
All right. So if this guy can't recover in this round, then it's done. All right. So, nope, he did not. So, Mahoney is going to be able to easily take this dude down because as he's coming up there, you're shouting and doing the get down, but the dude is very clearly he's like can't see anything, and his ears are bleeding, and he doesn't even know you're there before you're able to take him down. So the shooting will definitely have stopped at this point.
Now we need to open some windows.
And since we shift out of the combat rounds, the CIA doc's slow 1 second stuff goes back into the real time, and he is basically shouting that there has been a call to the local authorities to come here.
Oh, we better go then.
I want to check IDs on one of the down guys, see who they are. They're local cops.
They are not, actually. They are UAE state security.
Okay, local feds.
Yes. See, they weren't actually planning on breaching yet, and then they heard lots of machine gun fire and said, "Shit, we need to go now."
I was gonna ask, but there is one country we went to where we didn't shoot a federal officer. And that was Israel.
Well, we're going back there next. Keep hope alive.
Well, yeah. Mission ain't over yet. So okay, feds. Yeah, we need to burn this place. Man, I wish you hadn't shot Walker. I really liked her.
It looked like she was hosing down the room you were in with a machine gun. Sorry.
Well, I would have liked to have known why, at least. She's good people.
Yeah. I didn't think of that. I'll aim for a foot next time.
He totally won't. He's gonna actually, aim for the head again.
He don't care. He's Israeli honey badger.
Eating snakes and everything.
Okay, so you will find that Riley is dying. He is not actually dead.
Okay, the doc is the one that's alive.
Yeah.
So, is there anything he can do for Riley?
Not without some serious surgery.
But we can't stay here. Is Vladimir able to be moved?
He strongly recommends against it, but honestly, there's
Okay.
no other option, I guess.
Yeah, we really don't have a choice at this point.
Well, Grayson, what do you think? Is this how you get him back into circulation? Letting him be found here?
Well, he's not going to die, so I think that's the best option at the moment.
And the Russian government will once again have some splaining to do. Not that he's with the government, but he's Russian.
Well, yeah.
However, Riley is an American citizen.
Riley, on the other hand,
and Walker.
Crap, I don't want to leave her here either.
Yeah,
Is she
we'll
dead?
have to get her out of here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd have to go back all the way up there, but he did the center
all
he
three
did
vitals.
Was that to the vitals?
Yeah, those were all three
crap!
vitals.
I didn't realize that was to the vitals, but he put her into death check anyway, and the first roll was failed by 1, so she died.
Hey, she was mortally wounded.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Well, but that was only on the first one, I guess.
Yeah, that is also true. Let's see. And it's 1 or 2, right?
Is it?
Yes.
What is?
The mortal wound, is it 1 or 2 or
check?
just 1?
If you fail by 1 or 2, you're mortally wounded. If you take any damage while mortally wounded, you're dead.
She's dead then because she failed the first one by 1, so she's mortally wounded. I'd have to do the math. Yeah. Plus, I did not calculate that as against vitals. I thought that was just center mass, and that would have changed the equation, and I think she would have probably crossed into insta-death. Well, we certainly know that bomb can hit what he shoots at.
That is true. Even if it's a grenade.
Which I have to admit was pretty cool.
And makes me wonder what actually would happen.
I was thinking what would really happen is it would puncture it and just cause it to release faster than it's designed to.
I'm not sure you'd actually puncture it because it's not going to be able to resist. But yeah,
Now I kind of want to get a smoke grenade and go out to somebody's farm or something and shoot it and see what happens.
I'm presuming if you shot it through the canister, it'd probably still go off like normal, but it wouldn't have the fuel.
Yeah, that's kind of thing what Kerry was saying, wasn't it? Where he's like,
it's under pressure and it might
faster.
just go shooting off somewhere.
That would also have been funny, where it's like you hit it and it's like BAM! And it takes a dude out. Everybody looks at you and go, yeah, I meant to do that.
That's totally why it went so far.
Okay, yeah. So the doctor will assist you in we're talking about leaving Vlad here, so the responding authorities can discover him. And what are we doing with Riley and or Walker? Are we leaving them? Are we taking them with us?
We're gonna have to clean this up. We got to take them with us.
Okay.
Are we even gonna have to? I mean, are we taking? You mean just taking bodies?
Oh. Yeah.
Well, I toss a couple. I guess we'll probably have a couple thermite grenades to throw in with some of the hardware.
Well, there's going to be a standard tear down procedure, and we'll probably have that sort of thing available. So, yeah.
Being the explosive expert, I call dibs.
So So simply based off of what the doctor was responding to is it's the equivalent of a scanner. So he now has that,
Right.
and essentially this is slightly metagaming in this regard. Those 4 guys were not planning on storming this place until they heard the gunfire, and then they made some mistakes. And what are we doing with number 10, who is actually uninjured, and well, he's deaf and slightly, but eventually he's going to get better.
Yeah.
If
That's
if that's one of those where you go, oh crap, what are we going to do? The doc can gesture you. It's like, well, I can hit him with this, and that'll knock him out. So it's like, nailing him with some Demerol or something.
well, he got really screwed up, so maybe if we drug him, he'll wake up and not have actually seen anything useful.
Yeah. To be fair, it is something of a mystery about how they managed to locate you. But then also why the hell Walker freaked out after the surgery. But yeah, you will have little bit of time, but not not very much, because these dudes did call in, hey, we need some backup, and so leaving Vlad, leaving number 10, maybe dosed, maybe just knocked out,
Mm-hmm.
taking Walker and Riley. The
Dump some
doctor,
bleach over Walker's blood spot.
all right.
Probably the best we can do.
The doctor will do what he can for Riley wherever you guys go, because hey, that's his first instinct, is to try to save his life.
Yeah.
He's having almost as bad a day as Hurt. Actually,
He is now.
No, he's not. Actually, he's still not as. Wait, where's he at? He is still not as critically injured as Hurt is. Although he is close, and you will manage to leave, and wherever it is that you go, you might be able to see the Dubai police people. Good lord, the police force just sort of converging on that area in force. Police force. Words are hard.
Of course.
And okay, so I think that's where we will end it. I need to figure out why these combats are taking so long there.
We ended with police sirens again. We're back to normal.
Oh man.
So quick, so everybody will get the 2 points.
I'll tell the doctor this happens everywhere we go, just to see the look on his face.
Quick, hold that. I need to do this thing. Yeah, so a quick metagame note. What I have been doing with the heat thing is I was rolling that beforehand, and where's it at? The heat in after last week, the heat in the UAE was 5, and I rolled a 4. And I'm like, holy cow! So things got worse.
Yes, they did.
I am presuming, based off of what you were, the way you guys were talking that Thais is probably going to be your next intended destination.
Probably. My plan, anyway.
I will determine. I'm also going to have to determine, double check the surgery stuff and all that for because I didn't actually have the doctor's stats. I just presumed he was a competent fellow. And
Reasonable.
yeah, so I'll have to determine exactly how likely it is that Riley can pull through. It's possible.
Well, but we're going to be on the run at this point, so now
The
the
doctor
doc's going to
might
have
not
a
be.
bunch of penalties. Oh, like hand him over to the doc and just let the doc do what he can somewhere else.
Yeah, so, yeah, that was a mess.
I would not actually want to leave Riley with the doc without us there, because frankly, I'd be expecting Riley to wake up and kill him.
I don't know, he's at negative 34 right now.
It may take a while. Yeah, that's it. Doc hands him over to American treatment, and he ends up in the same hospital as Hurt.
He's totally going to do that. It's gonna,
Actually, that needs to happen so when we have that Hurt hospital gown episode, Riley can be there.
Wow,
Dude, you too?
It's too bad that you had actually that now it's actually too bad that Bomb did straight up kill Walker, because then she could have been there too.
Sorry.
Sorry.
That one was my bad.
We know what a callous
All
SOB
right.
you are. Because it's on your sheet.
Yeah.
I guess that's that, unless anybody has any additional questions, gripes, complaints.
Not at the moment.
Nope.
Stream out?
Alright. Good night,
Good
stream.
night, stream.
Thank you for
Good night,
attending
stream.
stream, especially Captain Button.
Who seems to be our greatest fan.
Yep. Gonna have to get him in on the Shadowrun game when you run it next, Brian.
We should encourage him to contribute to the sessions. From, make suggestions and stuff.
Cool. All right. Well,